jam right there. Hey, he up right now, but now got a contract. Know that. Know that.
So, come Saturday night, I'm coming in here to beat his. He gonna come, he gonna be tough, strong, but I'm coming to whoop his. I stand by that. I stand by that. I'm him up. Yeah.
You gotta think, right? It's okay.
Man, I can't wait to beat this clown, bro. This dude is a clown.
Focus on me.
You better have that gym ready, baby. You better have it ready.
Real clown.
I already figured you out.
You not fighting.
What else you got, man?
Yo, senior, you're
I only
not
seen
in the
10
ring.
seconds of your fight.
I seen you fight before.
I only
You
seen
can't
10
fight.
seconds of your fight. You're boring as hell.
Come on, bro. Stop it, bro.
Boring, man. You almost got knocked out. Even your daughter said you got knocked out.
Knocked out. Tio got hurt his last fight too.
Ooh.
Didn't he get hurt his last fight?
Man, if it wasn't for those ropes.
Did Tio get hurt his last fight?
My son don't be throwing punches,
Did Tio
man.
get hurt his last fight?
My
I
son
watched
don't be
him.
throwing punches,
I paid
man.
attention.
Terrence Crawford crashes the Stevenson versus Lopez press conference and everything explodes. The whole room lit up the moment Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez stopped being polite and went straight after each other's pride.
I think that he did some great things against them guys. I seen a lot of weaknesses in his game too, and something that he said earlier, he said, Tio never lost to Southpaw. Well, I never lost to Orthodox. So, it ain't no different, but
The difference is you never fought no elite fighter.
Okay, I don't think y'all did either.
Oh, so you gotta show it, baby.
I don't think
pressure's
y'all
on
did
you.
either. I ain't see.
Not on my son.
I ain't see Lomachenko throw no punches.
You
for
never
6
been on a big
rounds.
stage like this.
I didn't see Lomachenko throw punches
You
for
never
6
been
rounds.
on a big stage like
I
this.
didn't see Lomachenko throw punches
'Cause we
for 6
frozen.
rounds. Okay, you gonna see.
We gonna freeze you too.
You better not.
Things heated up quick when Teofimo Sr. started talking about cracking codes like Lomachenko and Taylor. Shakur fired right back, brushing off those wins and saying Teofimo has never faced an elite fighter like him.
See their weakness. That's what I do. You know, we broke the code with with Loma that nobody had ever done. You know, we didn't let him get comfortable in there. You saw that. You know, within like 8 rounds, he didn't know what to do. I did the same thing with Josh Taylor, and we're gonna do the same thing with Shakur.
Real hard. Man, what do you say to that, bro? Like, do you hear him, bro? I just can't wait to beat him and shut him up, bro. Tio not on this level. Tio is a high-level fighter, but he's not on my level. I'm an elite level fighter, and come January 3rd.
From there, it turned into non-stop verbal chaos. Shakur went straight at Teofimo's mindset while Teofimo fired back saying Shakur is boring and overrated. Both sides were shouting over each other like it was round 13 instead of a press conference.
Times better come fight night against Teofimo Lopez than I was against Zepeda. 1,000 times better. Faster, sharper, stronger, mentally more on point, and I can't wait.
You said a couple of times now you see some holes in Teofimo's game. I know you don't want to give away your game plan at the kickoff press conference, but where are the weaknesses? Where are some of the weaknesses in his game?
A lot of the weaknesses is in his mental. I think it's more mental than anything again. I'm going to...
The tension hit its limit when the talk turned personal. Voices rose, security locked in, and the whole room felt one line away from turning into a real fight. Even promoters like Eddie Hearn tried to shift it back to legacy and greatness, but the fighters had already taken control of the moment.
Yeah, reminder, Chris, this place is special. I think when this fight was talked about, I think both Shakur and Teofimo Lopez need a huge amount of credit for making this fight. Both of the guys are the respective kings of their division. Teofimo Lopez, the #1 guy at 140, Shakur, the #1 guy at 135. And when I heard about this fight, I didn't expect it to happen. And, you know, the work that His Excellency's done, Ring Magazine, to make this fight quite sensational. But the icing on the cake is to see the fight at Madison Square Garden. This is, for me, the absolute...
When Turkey Alashik called an even, he sounded unimpressed with all the chaos, and that somehow made the whole moment feel even more intense.
This fight is the first step of crazy map of boxing next year at the beginning of 27. This is not an easy fight. Thank you. Thank you.
By the end, both fighters were promising domination, humiliation, and silence for the other, turning the press conference into a real preview of how personal this fight has become. This was not marketing anymore. This was real anger coming out, and January 31st suddenly feels impossible to escape.
I don't know. I don't think he can get it done against Shakur when it comes to like, cause it's going to be just a skill match. I don't think he's going to try to,
And right after the press conference exploded with raw emotion and pride on full display, Teofimo Sr. grabbed the mic and you could instantly feel the shift from chaos to calm control. Hearing him speak, it felt clear this was not trash talk, this was a father setting a mindset. He was not worried about Philly shell copying or style games from Shakur Stevenson. He was basically saying, we have seen everything and we are not guessing, we are preparing. What really stands out is how much he focuses on growth and mentality.
Never stated, oh, you only got to me.
Yeah, but he really wanted to fight Crawford, and we're gonna call him out after we beat up his boy. You know,
that's the game plan. Even though you guys have, even if he requires you,
well, he ain't gonna fight us, man. He ain't gonna fight us, man. We've been chasing this guy for the longest. My son is even willing to go up to 160 to fight him. You know, listen, speed kills. You know what I'm saying? Speed kills, and that's why we're gonna beat Shakur. He ain't faster than us, and we're gonna.
He keeps saying we are going to catch him and frames Teofimo Lopez as a fighter who keeps growing because he keeps choosing danger over comfort. That idea carries weight whether you agree or not. When he talks about legacy over money, underdog wins against Lomachenko and Josh Taylor, and changing styles from fight to fight, you can hear real belief behind every word. Is it bold? Yes. Is it dramatic? Sure. But it also matches how Teofimo's career has actually played out. I also noticed how easily he brushed off things like ring size and gimmicks, making it clear they are not chasing knockouts, they are coming to outthink their opponent.
Son, when I told him, you know, let's go after Coleman, let's go after Lomachenko, let's go after Josh Taylor, and all of those three fights, he was the underdog. You know what I'm saying? And big time. I mean, with Josh Taylor, he was like 23 experts said that he was going to lose. So, you know, and he gave us an amazing performance, you know, and it wasn't the same as the performance he gave with Barbosa's, you know, like his styles have changed all the time, and that's the scariest part about him, you know, and he comes to entertain.
And yes, some of the Crawford and Canelo comparisons might feel like a stretch, but that's part of the confidence package. What really sticks with you is this team Lopez is not coming in hoping for a lucky moment. They truly believe their speed, adaptability, and pressure can break Shakur's calm. Whether that belief lasts through 12 rounds is another question. But mentally, this was not empty talk. This was real conviction. And when both sides believe they are smarter, faster, and more prepared than the other, that's when fights stop being predictable and start becoming truly exciting.
Implement a bigger ring, or like, you know.
We don't care about that,
no?
man. I mean, we're just gonna box this dude, man. You know, we're not going in there for the knockout. We never do. You know, the only fight that my son looked like sloppy was with Kambosos, because he was dying in there. And, you know, he said that he felt better when he was attacking more, you know. But we never do it.
And right after Teofimo Sr. laid out that mental chess story, the energy changed again when Andre Ward and Roy Jones Jr. spoke, because now we were hearing from guys who've actually been inside fights like this. Listening to them felt like hearing grown man boxing wisdom. They basically confirmed what a lot of us felt during the press conference. Those were fighting words, not marketing lines. But here's the key insight that really stands out. Shakur Stevenson can create in real time. He doesn't need a script or a mood. He reads, reacts, and builds his fight round by round like he's painting without looking at the canvas. Teofimo Lopez, on the other hand, is explosive, dangerous, and brilliant, but when the chaos hits, he still needs a plan to snap back into rhythm.
Shakur like a fighter who has a blank canvas. He's got the IQ, he got the experience, and the athleticism, and the skill set where he can paint any type of picture he wants to on a blank canvas. When I look at Teofimo Lopez, he's almost that. He has a blank canvas, but he needs an outline on what to draw and what to paint inside the line. Now, every now and again, he'll go away from the outline that he has and he'll do something dope, and you'll be like, "Ooh, that was cool. That wasn't on the outline right there." But I don't think that he can create on a...
And Ward and Roy aren't disrespecting Teofimo at all. They're actually giving him credit for being smart. The heat at the press conference wasn't random, it was strategic bait. The goal wasn't to win the argument, but to push Shakur into emotion instead of precision. That's high-level mind games. But here's where I completely agree with Ward and Roy. The worst thing you can do is try to drag a calm, disciplined fighter into chaos when he knows exactly what you're up to. If Shakur reacts, Teofimo has a chance. If Shakur stays patient, that plan fails fast. The funny part is the legends admit that if someone talked to them like that, they'd be scrapping immediately. But they also recognize Shakur isn't wired that way. He doesn't need to win the moment, he just needs to win the night. That's the difference. This fight isn't about who talks louder or acts tougher. It's about who keeps their head when the plan disappears and the canvas starts moving.
is I think that Tio just painted the outline by being as disrespectful as he can at the press conference because he wants to try to piss this kid off so the kid come fight with him. You understand me? Because with me, he have exactly what he wanted. Because as soon as I go in there, I'm coming straight to his head. You understand where I'm coming from? So, but I think that's what he's trying to get. Yeah, you feel me? But I think that's what he's trying to get Shakur to do. Because why would you say that to a person? What does that have to do with boxing? You feel me? He knows that Shakur has great feet, and he's not gonna be able to catch Shakur if he lets Shakur take his time to do what he does. So he got to try to make Shakur come in and try to kill him, which is what he just.
And right after Andre Ward and Roy Jones Jr. broke down that high-level blank canvas versus outline approach, the conversation shifted into something even more intense: first-hand experience. This is where Keith Conlon's perspective hits differently. Now we're not talking theory, we're talking about rounds shared in the ring. Listening to him, it's clear why Shakur Stevenson is such a nightmare matchup. Conlon isn't calling Shakur psychic or mystical. He's saying Shakur reads your body like subtitles. A dip here, a shoulder turn there, and Shakur already knows what you're about to throw before your brain fully commits. That's scary. That's not speed, that's processing. And the craziest part is how casual Conlon makes it sound, like he's just always 2 or 3 steps ahead. That explains why Shakur stays calm while other fighters look stressed. He's not reacting late, he's reacting early.
Watching him, I always notice, I'm like, dang, when he, you know, if you really pay attention to when he spar, when he fight, he already know what you want to throw before you throw it. Not because he's some type of, you know, boxing guru or anything like that, but because he reading your body language. If you dip to this side, I'm already blocking for a possible hook or uppercut. You know, I don't need to worry about a jab or right hand, because you not, like, the probability of you throwing that is not even, you know. But so just watching him and sparring him, being in the ring with him, it's like, dang, you know, just him understanding what a person could throw.
And when you hear that from someone who actually stood in front of him, it matches perfectly with what Ward and Roy were saying. Shakur doesn't need chaos, he thrives in clarity. He doesn't rush the picture, he lets it come into focus and then edits it. Conlon really drives it home when he explains why Teofimo Lopez, as dangerous as he is, has to stay sharp for all 12 rounds. I love that he doesn't disrespect Teofimo at all. He says straight up this is a better fight than Shakur's last because Teofimo is athletic, explosive, and always live. That's fair. But here's where the gap shows: Teofimo's habits, like dropping the lead hand or leaving the body unprotected. Those are small things until you're fighting someone who thrives on small mistakes. Conlon points out moments where Teofimo didn't adjust quickly in past fights, and I'm nodding because that's exactly what Shakur capitalizes on. One mistake turns into a pattern, the pattern turns into points, and suddenly you're losing rounds without even realizing when it happened.
I remember when he fought Sander Martin, like every time he tried threw a right hand to the body, he never had his lead hand up. Sander Martin was just check hooking him to death. I'm just like when he just gonna make the adjustment, you know, when he gonna realize that he just keeps getting hit with the right hook every time he try to throw the right hand. So those are the small adjustments that he had to make because, you know, sharp fighter, they gonna capitalize.
Khan isn't predicting drama or knockouts. He's predicting pressure, mental pressure, the kind that makes Teofimo desperate late while Shakur quietly stretches the gap. That's the most dangerous version of Shakur Stevenson. Not flashy, not loud, just precise, calm, and walking out with a clear win while everyone else debates when the momentum changed. Step back and look at everything we've laid out, and this fight stops feeling like a simple style clash. It becomes a full-on psychology test under bright lights. You've got Shakur Stevenson, calm, calculating, reading patterns before they even exist, versus Teofimo Lopez, explosive, emotional, and dangerous enough to flip a fight in a single moment if you give him an opening. The press conference showed how personal it's become. Teofimo Sr. showed how deeply Team Lopez believes in their plan. Ward and Roy reminded us words can be traps, and Keith Conlon confirmed what so many fighters already know. Shakur doesn't rush chaos, he waits for it to reveal itself. That's what makes January 31st so fascinating. It's not about hype anymore, it's about who sticks to their identity when things get uncomfortable.
It's the stuff that he's tightening up things for Shakur to prepare for him, but also in sparring because, you know, he may have lagged during his last sparring. So it's a lot, but it's definitely doable. And you know, but this is, you know, the time is now. You know, at the end of the day, oh yeah, for sure, I feel like Shakur is gonna outbox him, and there's gonna be a point in time until he kind of get desperate, and that's when the gap is going wide, and then Shakur is just going, come.
Does Teofimo force the moment and break through, or does Shakur quietly turn 12 rounds into a clinic while everyone debates when it slipped? That's the real question. Now it's on you. Drop your take in the comments and let's really break it down. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Ring Decoded.